Friends, welcome to the engine room, the control station of Leadosophy. Glad you can join us today. It's going to be a brief one. This is going to try to be quality, vice quantity. I try to make all of the episodes quality based. I don't know if I always succeed. Anyways, got a little elixir of life here, the blood of Leadosophy, some coffee. Today I want to talk about descriptive versus prescriptive leadership talk and a couple reflections over the last few days from Leadosophy, about Leadosophy, and about leadership in general. This will be quick, I promise. Appreciate your time. Here we go.
Are you ready to permanently fuse leadership and philosophy? Then a word of caution. You are about to enter the fully abstract yet wholly concrete realm of Leadosophy. Our ideas are not always so clear and distinct. To validate this proposition, we welcome the host of Leadosophy, Tim Wood.
Welcome back to the Leadosophy show, friends. Glad you're here with that open mind, because you know that's the rule, not the exception. So reflection. Let's talk about descriptive leadership talk versus prescriptive. Over the last few days, I've done some reflection on some of the interviews I've done and producing the show, talking about various subjects. And I want to be very careful when I make the Leadosophy podcast, especially when I'm doing it just on my own, the monologues, the constant monologues. I want to be very weary of trying to tell people how they ought to lead versus just talking about leadership as I understand it, as I see it, as I observe it, as I experienced it. It's the difference between descriptive and prescriptive. Descriptive being just describing, and again, describing my own experiences, talking to others, allowing them to describe their experiences to me, their understanding of leadership to me and followership, how I process that dialogue with someone else in the interview process, what I'm learning. That's descriptive talk. And I want to be very careful, especially, I was thinking about this when I was interviewing Cadet Roberts, Dylan. Dylan's a younger man in the Coast Guard Academy and is going to be going out into the Coast Guard fleet very soon once he graduates. And he talked about this on the podcast. You should check it out, the last one. But I was trying not to go down the road of telling him how he should lead, because honestly, this is the law of unique experiences here. We're all eventually going to have to find our own way. We're going to have to navigate the waters of leadership. That metaphor came off terrible. I had all these visions of rocky coastlines and shoal water, majestic ships sailing through the rocks, trying not to run aground. And that metaphor just came off real lame. I apologize for that. Anyways, we all have to make our own journey, and others obviously will be on the journey with us. But again, there's a lot of, as you go through this, I've been thinking about this transcendence that we make from followers as we're trying to accrue base level technical competence. Through that journey, at some point you transcend from technical competence and followership or follower competence up into like manager competence, leadership competence, built on that technical competence and follower competence. So I'm working out those four areas: technical competence, followership competence, manager competence, leader competence. Curious to hear your thoughts on that. If you think there's others or you think those are bogus, let me know. But again, talking to Dylan, circle back to the conversation I had with Dylan, my Coast Guard experiences and knowing that he was going to the Coast Guard, sometimes you get the urge to maybe give feedback or give advice. But post-reflection of that interview for me, I felt like I did a good job. Maybe I have to go back and listen to it again. but I was trying not to tell him how he ought to lead, or prescribe how he should lead when he gets in the active duty side of the Coast Guard and is doing the various missions, search and rescue, Homeland Security, federal law enforcement, all that good stuff. So that's this episode. That's what I want to talk about. As I move forward with Leadosophy, I want to continue to describe leadership as how I see it, process how I see it, maybe regurgitate some of my inner thoughts publicly. That's what Leadosophy is mostly about for me. And then again, what we're taking away from others, and being careful not to continually push our own viewpoints or what we should do or what others should do in the realm of leadership. Because again, we got to find our own way. We got to make our own way. And I think that's how anyone flourishes, if you can even flourish as a leader. I think every day is a grind in the leadership realm. It's the little things that you do. I don't know what to flourish as a leader means. I don't know why I said that. Maybe it was intuitive. I have no idea. But I think we can flourish. I think we get something out of mentoring, of leading, managing processes and making processes more simple for others to work within, taking obstacles away. I talk about the knowledge and tools and resources and how we can do that. But again, through my own eyes, my own views, as I describe them, hopefully more than I prescribe others to lead or follow. That's this episode of Leadosophy. Quick and dirty. Maybe you took something away from it as you lead or follow, as you understand leadership, as you describe your own views of leadership and followership to others, and how sometimes you have to prescribe. You know, if you're in a supervisory position and you are overseeing someone who potentially might become a manager in your organization, a leader in your organization, you may have to go down the road of prescription, of telling them how they ought to lead because X or Y isn't working. So you may have to prescribe. I try not to do that on my show because the only thing I'm leading is my soundboard here and a few mouse clicks and software editing. So that's it. Maybe leading a discussion every once in a while, some dialogue through interviews. Friends, thanks for listening today. I appreciate your time. I'm grateful. Or watching if you're watching on YouTube. We'll catch you next time. Remember, Leadosophy is about using the tools of philosophical thought to deepen our understanding of leadership and of life.
Thanks for watching and listening to another episode of Leadosophy. If you liked what you heard today, hit that subscribe button and check out Leadosophy.com and learn more about Tim's ideas on philosophy and leadership. We'll see you next time.